we are calling on the federal government today to pay the outstanding costs of $1.8 million in overtime related to the Trans Mountain Expansion Project. These are a result of a very legitimate protests from people in the community and right across British Columbia and indeed in other parts of the country that are concerned about the Trans Mountain Project and are peacefully demonstrating. As a result of that, there's $1.8 million in costs so far. As a result of the cabinet decision a couple of weeks ago to go ahead with the project, that we expect that there will be a very legitimate reaction from the public, and that will lead to increasing costs. So instead of forcing the citizens of Burnaby to pay twice, once for the irresponsible decision to approve the project and now a second time for the citizens of Burnaby to have to try to absorb all of the costs of overtime, I have written to Ralph Goodale, the Public Security Minister today, the Public Safety Minister, to say that the federal government needs to be stepping up and paying those costs. According to the Municipal Police Unit Agreement, major events are the responsibility of the federal government, including emergencies as well. So when the federal government is obliged to pay 100% of those costs for major events, for the federal government to not pay those costs is highly irresponsible. The reality is, Mr. Trudeau has chosen to proceed with this project. He has a choice either to reverse his decision, but if he's not choosing to reverse the decision, certainly he should not be forcing the citizens of Burnaby to pay a second time for what is a decision that so many people in Burnaby disagree with. He should be stepping up, and the federal government should be meeting their obligations to pay for overtime related to protests around Trans Mountain.
We are not about to pay. Our council has decided that this is the bill that doesn't belong to the people of Burnaby. It should be funded through the federal government, and they have the means to do it. They are the ones who are spending $4.5 billion buying this pipeline. They're spending billions of dollars making this project work, and we expect them to pay the cost of the entire project. That includes support for the local communities, making them safe, keeping them secure. And that's part of the project, that's cost. What we are saying here today, it is not just everyday policing responsibility. This is what we would call an emergency in terms of major events that have caused that. And, on one hand, the Prime Minister and the Cabinet say, this is in the best interest of this is a national project, it should be done. But when it comes to paying their bills, well, it's up to Burnaby. That is really not. This is the first time for us. We always pay our bills. The ones that we told before that we weren't going to pay the bill, the council had made it very clear to all the way up to the Prime Minister that no, we are not paying the bills.